All right, we finished the wall here. And I'm going to go back to my sheet. So I'm going to double click on A2.2 and you can see there is the dimensions here. If you double click on this, you could come in and pick these and, adjust them because it's kind of running into that. So you can pick them and kind of move them down so they're not running into that guy up there. The next thing I want to do is the ceiling. So I'm going to double click out here and I want to do the ceiling. If we look at the PDF, there's some tie downs and stuff, and I want to show you how to go in and load some additional annotation pieces if you want to. So we'll go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go back to Revit. Okay, so if you have some things that are part of your assembly that are not preloaded for you, you can go to this Load Autodesk family. And I'm going to get these little T bars. I'm going to do a little different than it is in the example. So if I go to Load Autodesk family, it sends you to this big library of things that Revit has online. And what you want to look in is the detail items. These are 2D items. All of these are three-dimensional, but the detail items are 2D. And they actually load it by the division categories, right? And so you can kind of go through here and see if you can find, you know, where those things are. You can also do a search, right? So I know that these are suspensions. So if I type in suspension and enter, right, it'll show me where it is. It's in the detail items, finishes, ceilings, acoustical ceilings, right? And here's the little tie one, right? And here is the suspension T section that I want. So I'm going to pick that and hit load, right? And so it's going to download that. And now I can go over here to my ceiling assembly view and I can go to annotate and I can go to component, detail component, and it will give me the last thing that I picked, right? So there's the 15th, 16th suspension one. And if I pick it, it'll place it in there. This one actually does not have a size option. So let's see if it'll let me update it. So if I go to edit type, you can see the depth is set to 1.5 inches and the width is set to 15/16. So if I know what the dimension is from here to here, so if I come in and do the dimension, and actually on this compound ceiling, there is a system that holds it in, right? So we could actually put that system in. Maybe we'll do that in a minute. But if I do a dimension, so there's a measure up here, I can measure from here to here, and that's a weird dimension, right? It's 6 and 177 256, which is a little strange. We're going to, because this guy is set, where is this guy set? It's at 9 feet. So it's probably based on how deep this guy is. So it's making it a little different because this guy should be set exactly there. But let's just try to edit type and let's make this, how about 1.5 here? And let's make this 6.5 and see how that does. Click OK. Right, so now I've got that and I can, kind of move that into place here, right? And so I still have a little, it needs to go a little further so I can do another dimension and let's see how far that is. Let's do an aligned dimension. I'm just going to do an aligned dimension there. And it's about 5/32. These dimensions are rounding to 30 seconds, right? So at 3/16 is the top of it. So let's go ahead and just add 3/16 to it and see. So if we add 3/16 to, that would be 11/16, right? and then click OK. And then it looks like it's adding it to the end. So I'll just go ahead and move this guy from here to here. It's a little too far, but I think you can kind of go in there and adjust it a little, so let's make it 10/16, right? And click OK. And again, it's a little annoying because it's moving, it's changing it from this end right there. Right, so that's okay for us right now. It's not exact, but they're going to go in and adjust these as needed. And so if I take that and copy it from here to there, now I've got those sort of suspension pieces in. I also had the suspension pieces, so if I go to annotate again and I go to component, there is the suspension tegular edge, right, and wire section. So if I go to the wire section and bring this guy in, right, and I'm going to hit the space bar to kind of turn it around. You can do that if you want to, but you can put this guy in, and this one actually, some of them are different. Like this one actually has a little pull on it, so you can actually adjust that one to where you want it, right? So if I bring it down to there, then it'll grab a hold of that, okay? So use what you think is best for that particular system, and if you have the details, then go ahead and use those.